Welcome to Energy Balance Yoga. The emphasis on balance, I think, today. And as always, for this class, there is an oracle card. Interesting, particularly around energy. Look at this. El Moira, and it's clear and shield your energy. Really important. This just spoke to me today. You know, all the time we can, particularly, it doesn't matter where you live, whether you live in the city or the countryside, you're going to come up against stuff, people, things, and sometimes don't even realize that you've been kind of jangled, your nerves have been jangled up by someone else's energy, presence, harsh words, misunderstanding. And it's good to take time just to let that settle and to clear that. So a nice one for today. So let's see if we can clear our energy so we become a channel for everything that we want to move through us. Let's begin. We're going to begin lying down. So if you want to get a head start, you can get yourself laid on the ground. Talking about clearing and shielding our energy. I think that's a good way to start. Lie on the ground. Get a little bit of clarity, a little bit of earth energy. Some grounding, talk about that, have that word grounding. Well, one of the best ways to ground is to lie down on the ground. And if you have a chance at all, now the weather is starting to pick up, get your body lying down on the ground, on the grass, on the sand, whatever the ground is by you. Particularly if you can get it on the actual ground. I mean, it's okay if you want to have a blanket or a yoga mat, but even just let your hands dangle on the lovely soft ground. And look up at the sky. So as soon as you're lying down, you're outside, you're looking up at the sky. And that's all you need to do. You get all the information you need just doing that. So we're just going to start lying in Shavasana. Arms out to the side, palms facing the ceiling, imagining the sky there above you. Close your eyes. So maybe you have that internal sky. What's your emotional weather like today? What's your emotional sky look like? Whatever it's like, whether it's dark clouds gathered together, whether it's soft, white, fluffy clouds, whether it's vast, blue, open sky. Whatever your sky is today, your emotional weather, know that the sun is shining, even if it's behind the clouds, it's there, the light's there, the bright, shiny sun energy is there. And we'll be able to feel and experience that again. So just lying there with that internal weather, just checking in with yourself and seeing, how am I? How is my energy? Yeah, take a deep breath into the nostrils. And let it out through the mouth. Nice whooshing sound, let it go. And make a sighing sound on the out breath this time, breathing into the nostrils. The whole of the out breath, really enjoy the sound your body's making. Let's do that again, breathing into the nostrils. Fill your body with air, with space. It's already clearing our energy, clearing and cleansing any kind of discord that's been generated during the day, whether we're even aware of it or not. And then we're going to make some sound. Let's chant the mantra on 3 times in your own time, with your own pitch, doesn't really matter, just letting that sound out. So really open mouth wide, look, as much space for the air and the sound to come out through the mouth, breathing into the nostrils. One more. And then breathe. Trying to keep that breath in the nostrils now, mostly. Just breathing in and out from the nostrils, feeling that air moving through the nostrils. Breathe in, allow the back to lift off the ground slightly, lower back. And then as you breathe out, pressing the lower back, so you're using those abdominals to press, and then draw the knees up and hug the knees. Rock side to side to begin. You can make that quite a big rocking right over the side. Just see how that is. It's kind of fun to exaggerate those movements sometimes, just to see how that feels. And then just making smaller movements, rocking, breathing. Don't hold your breath. Then push the heels up to the ceiling, extend the fingers up to the ceiling. So we're really extending the backs of the legs there. And let's just flex the joints of the wrists and the ankles. As far, just watching the range as far as that can go, whilst you're continuing to breathe in and out through the nostrils, steady and even. And then we'll rotate those. So think about the movement creating lubrication in the joints. After a while, you might start to feel the legs a bit achy, but just keep the movement going, focus on the movement, and then you'll be distracted away from the aching leg. And then we draw the knees in, so not too long. And we draw a circle on the ground with the knees. Let's just ease out the back. So the inhale, the knees come away as far as you can, still just touching them with the fingers. And the exhale, we draw them into the body. So trying to get them as close to the body as possible. Maybe your knees even make contact. Your thighs make contact with the body. Breathing out, squeezing the breath out. So we're getting a little bit of movement in the lower back, in the spine. Breathing in and out. And then we take the other direction. Maybe even letting go of the knees if you feel like you want to explore that. You can try that. And you can decide which you prefer. Hands free or just guiding with the fingertips. That's just minimizing the movement slightly. Whereas when you go hands free, the knees are really got a lot more space to move in, which may be okay for you, maybe not. And then hug the knees again. Extend the left leg out, extend it on the ground. And bring that right knee in. So the right hand on the front of the right knee, left hand lower down on the front of the ankle there maybe, or lower down on the shin. Inhale, let the knee come away from your body a little bit. Make space. And as you exhale, just draw that in, squeezing the breath out. So we're getting a bit of extension across the groin there. Breathing in, let it come away, give it space. Exhale, drawing that knee into the body, squeezing. So we're getting that slight squeeze on the body. That's a slight squeeze. Good for the digestive system, the whole, absorption of the body, and also the elimination processes of digestion. And then we're just going to maybe just rock that back and forth, just to get a little bit of movement happening in the hip already. And you can even explore a little bit, you can even see what that's like to draw a circle with the knee, or a little arc kind of shape, or you can just do this rocking. I kind of like the rocking and exploring the range of movement, letting that knee fall out to the side, but holding and guiding the knee, the foot, or you can just let go of one. And then we're going to extend that right leg up. So we've already done a little bit of this, so it's not so much of a shock. Going to push that right heel up to the ceiling and draw the toes towards you. Take hold behind the right thigh. If that feels already too much, the volume control is this, putting the left foot on the ground with the knee up. Okay, so you can make that choice. But we're really trying to get that length in the back of the leg. If it's feeling like you can't do that and it's bent, then you might want to do this. Then you might have a bit more space, to turn the volume down. You can keep those hands behind the thigh, or if you have more space, then you can take a hold behind the calf, but it's not necessary. It's only if that's appropriate for you. So make, again, that choice, that discerned choice. That discernment is what's definitely something that will develop with practice, with your yoga practice. Breathing in and breathing out, letting that leg just gradually relax down towards you, letting it happen rather than pushing or making that happen. One more breath in. And release, bend the knee again. And we'll come into a twist, quite a strong twist. Just going to give it space. So take the left hand onto that knee now. The right arm goes out to the right, palm flat down. Inhale. Now the exhale. Oh, by the way, if you've got that left foot on the ground, slide it away, or else it's going to get in the way. And we take that knee right over to the left of the body, and we look the opposite way. So we're looking down that right arm, letting the left hand rest on the outside of the right thigh. And you can even get that little rub on the hip. If that feels good, or just let it rest there, or just have it out to the side if you don't want that resting on your leg. So really taking the gaze right over to the right, looking down the arm, maybe even closing the eyes once you have that position of the head and the neck. And breathe into that twisted spine. Really emphasize the breath in the body, in the torso. Imagine expansion and contraction. Maybe even think about the spinal breathing. Inhale coming from the base, like as if you're drinking up like a straw up through the base, through the center, through the upper back and right to the top of the head, to the crown, and the exhale coming down through and back out through the base. So we can follow that. It helps sometimes if you're trying to visualize things, obviously, to close your eyes. Visualize and feel that quality of breath in the body in this twist. Now, we come out of this slowly because it's quite a strong twist. So we breathe and we lift the knee to center, lift the head to center. Give it another little squeeze just to release. Put the right foot on the ground, slide it away. So extending the right leg and drawing that left knee up. So you might feel the difference already. This one feels a bit stiff. Right hand lower down on the leg, left hand around the front of the knee. Breathing in, let the knee come away a little bit. Breathing out, draw the knee into the body. So squeezing, squeezing. Create that space as you inhale, so you really encourages you to expand your breathing capacity and then squeeze the breath out to encourage you to empty, empty, empty. It's all about the breath, particularly nostril breathing. This is invaluable. Taking time to focus on the breath and to change the breath, to deepen the breath, to experiment with that, then it comes more naturally into your life. It will improve every aspect of your life. Sleeping, thinking, relaxing, exercising, every aspect, meditating. The breath is the key to all of this, to the whole of your well-being. So we stick the left heel up to the ceiling now, draw the toes towards you, take hold behind the left thigh. You can do that volume control thing by putting the right foot on the ground if you wish, if you feel that's what's good for you today. Otherwise, let the leg fall towards you. Without pulling it, we don't need to do that. We can just let the weight of the leg start doing the work. Breathe. Really feel the leg is releasing with each out breath. So we make that breath really long, the out breath, empty out, and the body's got a longer time to respond. Make the out breath really long, so the body gets a chance to go, okay, you really are relaxing here, so I can afford to release and soften a little bit. Okay, now we're going to bend that left knee. Or maybe we'll have a little bit of a rock and roll there. So just rocking that back and forth, just to get a little bit of energy in the hip area, waken that up, back of the pelvis. You might even want to play with that a little bit, moving that knee in a little arc, even letting go of the foot, just seeing how that feels. Kind of quite organic movement, not really any lines there, it's just kind of free. Good. Now we're going to come into the twist. So if your right foot's on the ground, slide it away now. Right hand on the left knee now. And we're going to take it over the body, right over the body, to the right of the body. Extend the left arm out to the side, palm flat down. And the head goes over to the left as well. Rest the hand on the outside of that right thigh, if that's okay. You can even give that little rub there. It's kind of comforting. It just encourages the body to relax a little bit. Breathing in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. Taking some time there just to release into this beautiful spinal twist. So we're attempting to bring that left shoulder down, closer towards the ground. And we're attempting to get this left knee towards the ground on the right side of the body. Maybe one is touching the ground, the other one is off the ground. So really opening, imagine that opening from the left shoulder to the right knee. It's kind of a beautiful opening across the body in a lovely diagonal shape. One more breath in and out. Then use the inhale and slowly lift that knee to center, taking your time there. It's coming out of a strong twist. Give the knee another little squeeze. Place the sole of the foot on the ground. Slide the legs away. Give yourself a full extension on the ground. Breathe. Point the toes. And as you breathe out, push the heels away. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Breathing in, point the toes. Breathing out, push the heels away. Yeah, just do a couple more of those. Breathing in, point the toes. Breathing out, push the heels away. Okay. So now we're going to bring the knees back up. Take the hands behind the knees. Let's have a little rock and roll along the length of the spine. Just do that a few times if it's okay for you. If it doesn't feel comfortable, then don't worry about it. Don't do that at all. But if it's okay, it's just stimulating that spine. Come up to seated. So we're seated already. And let's just bring the knees up, hug the knees. So we round the back. See how that feels to drop the head and just release the back of the neck there. Good. See how it feels. And for this one, we are breathing out through the mouth, so in through the nostrils. Ah, yeah, let it go. Back of the neck also might have an impact on the front of the throat. So have a sense of that. Very important area of the body. Ah. And then we sit up and then slowly let the knees fall out to the side, bring the soles of the feet together, have a little rock side to side, this rocking and rolling. Lovely. And then we take the hands either around the toes or around the ankles, but make sure that it's somewhere. So if you when you take hold of the toes, you're already hunched forward, then probably bring the hands up to the ankles. And we're going to first of all focus on the spine. So think about the chest lifting, the shoulders dropping back, the crown lifting. So we'll have to sit up really tall as if we're sitting up against a wall behind us. So we're taking those shoulders back to press the backs of the shoulders against the wall. The head is even, the back of the head is even touching that imaginary wall. So we need to chuck the chin in slightly, lengthening the back of the neck, reaching that crown up to the ceiling, and the root is going down into the earth. So once you're sitting up really tall, you should feel the abdominals working. So that's important that you can feel that. When you lift here and lengthen here, abdominals start to kick in so they can support the back. And then we let the knees come down. So imagine that weight is on the inside of those knees, pressing down, lifting the chest. So the chest is lifting up, the knees are going down. Imagine those two forces moving away from each other. That's helpful, I find, thinking about this dynamics. And breathe. Feel your breath, feel your energy. Feel the space that you are increasing in your body as you inhale, as you inflate. Inspiration. It's not called inspiration for nothing. And expiration, which is the releasing and letting go. And now we're going to lift the knees up again. Good. Have a little hug of the knees. Rest the face on the knees, breathing into the nostrils, sighing out through the mouth. Good. I'm going to come up onto all fours now. So right up on all fours in this sort of tabletop position, so you can see the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, space between the knees, hip width. Hands are kind of under the shoulders, just shoulder width. So let's just get into this cat-cow. Very good for your breathing, moving and breathing together. Breathing in, lift the chest and take the shoulders back. Up to the ceiling even. This is encouraging that chest to open. And as you exhale, the base of the spine is tucking under, you're arching up through the spine. The chin is coming to the chest, and just at that point when you're looking back towards your legs, still breathing out, sit back into the heels. And then you'll find your forearms will come down to the mat. The head's almost touching the mat. Maybe it is touching the mat. The eyes look forwards. So rather than lifting the head, they're keeping them low still. This is where the inhale begins. So you're coming through low, close to the floor, coming back up to this tabletop position, pressing into the hands. See, and also I'm lifting my chest and looking up. Then we begin the exhale, tucking the tailbone under, arching up through the spine, chin comes to the chest, still breathing out, sit back in the heels. And the eyes come forwards, we're rolling up through the spine, looking up, heart is flying upwards, then we roll under again. So it's this continual rolling motion. Close your eyes. Once you get this pattern in your body, then you can close your eyes and feel that within your body. So you're having an interior experience of this, which of course, brings us much more into an embodied space and also connects us to our breath a bit more. As I was saying before, the breath is the key. The breath is the key. Moving the body, we feel the breath. But you can start to imagine, as you start to get more familiar with this movement, then you can imagine and feel, maybe even allow the body to be moved by the breath. So really breathe out fully when you sit back in the heels. And as you inhale, feel that breath is lifting you, that inspiration lifting you to the heavens. Rolling under like the wave of an ocean. Breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. But there's almost like there's no end point. It's just breathing in and it rolls into an out breath. The waves of the ocean, they kind of come up on the beach, but they roll over and into itself. This is the same thing with this movement. It's just feeling the clarity of this, the clearing, and the connection with the body and breath. And we just sit back next time now. Sit back in the heels to stay there. You can open the knees up if you need that bit more space for your body, then bring the forehead to the ground, the arms stretched out in front, but let the elbows rest on the ground. So we're not really, extending too much. We're just extending in an easier pose, in a kind of nice relaxed swan pose here. Breathe. As you breathe in, really feel the front of the body expand against the legs. So it makes you sense the breath going into the back of the body, because there's not enough space with your legs sort of squishing the front of your body. And that's it assists that back breath, or the back body filling with air. And let's have some releasing breath. So breathing in fully, fill the back body with air, with inhale, with inspiration, and exhale through the mouth. Let it go. So we're going to exercise and move the spine again. But imagine again your body being moved by the breath. So as you inhale, feel the inhale is lifting you up to all fours, keeping the hands where they are. And as you exhale, the hips are coming forwards, the chest is lifting. So you can see the front of the body is opening, the shoulders are pulling back. Then the inhale, we're lifting the body up to all fours, and the exhale, we sit back into the heels. Really send the breath out. So really switch your focus to the breath. The main part of your focus is on the breath, making sure that you're keeping the body moving, allowing it to be moved by the breath, and making sure at this point, this kind of cobra-like position, this back bend, that we're really focusing on taking the shoulders downwards away from the ears, but also back, so we expand the chest. Inhaling and exhaling. And the beauty of this dynamic version, moving and breathing, is that we can work gradually. We can we don't have to go to this full back bend initially. We can just say, okay, that's where I want to go to, and then I'm going to come out a bit, and the next time we might come a little bit further, and the next time easing into these forms, these ideas, these postures. But it's really about lengthening the spine as well as bending. And we need to have a combination of these things, which the breath assists us with. The inhale, the inspiration, the exhale, the release, the opening, the expansion there. And next time you sit back into the heels, we're going to rest there again. Breathing in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. So we're going to come into downward dog now. So look to the hands, come up to all fours, keeping that position. Breathing out, breathing in, tuck the toes under, breathing out, lift the knees off the ground, looking back towards the feet. Let's just exercise the backs of the legs a little bit. So we're going to bring that right heel down, bend the left knee, bring the left heel down, bend the right knee. And we're just moving, pedaling here, pushing back through the hands, focusing on really keeping the hands engaged with the ground, thumbs, fingers, palms, and really keeping the length in the body, in the spine. So keep the tummy tucked in, feeling that length in the waist, with that space between the shoulders, between the shoulder blades, and breathe. And then let's let the heels relax down a little bit. Doesn't matter if they're not down, but we're just giving the backs of the thighs a little bit of space there. Keeping that length in the spine, keeping the breath really long, the breath assisting the body. And then we'll just walk the feet towards the hands. Knees are bent, body's hanging in a ragdoll. Breathing into the nostrils, out through the mouth. Just turn your head as if you're saying no, so just release. Really encouraging this release in the neck. Keeping the knees bent now. Feel the lift coming from the base of the spine. So just lift there and see how slowly we can do this. Keeping the knees bent. We're breathing in and out naturally and easily the whole time, leaving the arms completely heavy. Lifeless, heavy arms, head heavy, knees bent still. So I'm using my thighs, I'm using my back to roll up slowly. It's like awakening, rolling up gradually up through the spine. And when you unravel your chest, it's like, oh, I can breathe again. Rolling the shoulders back, lifting the elbows. Feel that breath capacity, breathing in and out, breathing in, looking up and out. Open the chest, open the heart. Inhale and exhale. Good. And we go forwards with those shoulders first of all, elbows joining in, bending the knees, arms fully in great big circles, breathing in and out. Good. We'll take the hands in front and behind, just again, opening the shoulders up a little bit. Good. Waking up, now we're standing. Okay, shake the hands out. Breathing in and out through the nostrils, settling. Okay. Let's get a bit more action in the shoulders. So these are the shoulder waker-uppers. I don't think that's a technical word. Left foot forward, right foot back, knees nice and soft. In fact, bent. It's more than a soft knee. I'd say that's a soft knee, that's a bent knee. Left hand on left hip. So really feel the weight of that right arm. So you just give it a shake, right from the shoulder. And we'll just make a soft fist. So we're just taking hold of the fingers lightly with the thumb, just so don't have the fingers extended. And we start to swing that arm. And we're kind of we're not swinging the arm, we're really moving the body. And we're taking the weight forwards and backwards, into the left foot and back in the right. And this is what's giving that momentum. And then gradually, and just check, so do one slow circle right around, moving the arm backwards. And then once we get a bit of momentum, we know it's safe, so we can really go for it. So we're just going to let that arm swing right around. Yeah, beautiful. It's like you're playing air guitar. Swing around, and then let it swing. And now we're going to go forwards with the arm. I can't remember what we just did. Get momentum, and again, forwards now with that arm. But we're really using the momentum of the body. It's coming from the body, the energy. Breathe, let that arm be very floppy. And then we're just going to let that swing. So see how it feels. I'm feeling a sparkling energy in the whole of that arm, and even coming into the neck a little bit. Let's see if we can level this up. So right foot forward, left foot back, knees bent, right hand on right hip, holding the fingers lightly with that thumb. And we just let this arm swing, breathe easily, body's relaxed and grounded. We're taking the weight forwards and backwards. And we're going backwards first of all, big circle. It's like we're winding up. We're freeing up that shoulder. So clearing the blockage so the energy can flow. And we just let the arms swing again. I love this one, it's just so energizing. And I think why that is because we hold a lot of tension in the shoulder and we release that. And it just means that energy can move forwards now with that arm. Same thing again. Good. Knees are nice and bent. Swinging that arm around. Good. And we just let the arms swing. Actually, we'll just try this little, again, loosening even more. Knees are bent. Keep the body straight, but we're just leaning forward slightly. Knees are bent. We're just letting the arms swing. So it's very kind of ape-like, you know. So this is strong here, belly strong. And we're letting the arms just really hang, like big, heavy, swinging arms. And again, this is just opening the shoulders, also a bit into the chest there. So we're not letting this kind of slump. It's keeping this very open across the chest. And so it's lots of lightness and airiness in the arms now. I'm going to try and get the legs moving now. So we bring the heel to the back side. Energizing the legs. This is nice and open now, light, fresh, energized, clear. Oh, starting to get some clarity. And lifting the knees high. Clearing the channels so that we can receive fresh new energy, fresh new ideas. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. And out to the sides now. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Let the energy move continually in and out through the nostrils. And then we're going to lift the knee up and out to the side. Yeah. See how the hips feel now? We engaged with them a little earlier to start to wake them up. And now it's just taking it a little bit further. Lubricating the joints, waking them up, warming them with movement and flow. So we're going to just clean out, clearing the energy, any little bits of rubbish that's been kind of stirred up. We're going to clear it out. Breathing in, lift the arms up with a half breath. Out through the mouth, swing the arms, knees are bent. So the arms nice and heavy. Inhale, through the nostrils, out through the mouth. The arms swing. Let's do one more of those. And let's make this a ha-ha-ha, just to lighten our mood. Breathing in. Okay. So with that, we're going to come into some standing postures. We're going to start front of the mat. We're going to come straight into a nice, powerful warrior 2. So bring the weight onto the left foot and step back a big step with the right foot. So pushing, so it's a little, we're not at a right angle, it's a little slide, pushing the heel back, the toes pointing slightly forward. Square the hips, nice and square, and they're facing the long edge of the mat. Inhale, lift the arms up, lift the chest, feel the chest lifting, so making lots of length in the waist. And as we bring the arms down, the shoulders sit down, but we keep this, maintaining that uprightness. Look down the left arm, inhale. As you exhale, you're going to bend into that left knee. Let's move with this because it's so nice moving. So when that knee comes forwards, in line with the toes, at the same time, think about that elastic band, left knee going forwards, right heel pushing down. Yeah, and then we're going to let that elastic get shorter, and then we're going to stretch it. So think about that. So you're kind of holding your own tension, if you like. And this is great for working with the body here. So we extend between the fingertips. Just check to look down the right arm, making sure it's not kind of giving up the ghost there. Keep the chest lifted, keep the body rarely engaged. Really keep the legs nice and springy and alive. Yeah, keeping that back of the neck nice and long. So feel the head, the crown is lifting. Your crown is getting nice and tall, reaching for the heavens. Inhaling and moving quite slowly, breathing out fully. But really keeping that right leg anchored, strong anchor leg. So really, you should better feel that right buttock engaged there and into the right thigh, strong thigh. But it's energized, continually the movement is helping that energized feeling. Inhale, let the arms drop down slowly on the exhale, bend into that right knee quite a lot so that you can spring back with ease and grace to the front of the mat. Weight on the right foot and take a nice big step back with the left. So it's landing and then adjusting the position of the hips, find the feet, lift the chest, point the tailbone down. Inhale, lift the arms up. long in the body. Exhale, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Keep lifting the chest. Inhale, look down the right arm. Exhaling, bending into the right knee. It's going in the same direction as the toes, so open across the hips. Inhale. Feel that inhale's lifting here from the chest. And as you exhale, that elastic band, the right knee, the left heel. And it shortens as you straighten that right knee, and it lengthens. So really feel that it's quite, there's a tension in there, but it's elastic. And you're holding that. You're also holding that elastic between the fingertips. We're expanded. Breathing in and out, moving with that breath. Exhaling as you expand that elastic. Inhaling as you allow it to tighten. So we're holding that tension and becoming aware of both. The necessity for both in the body. Because we don't want it to be just end up like a load of spaghetti, right? We need to have certain amounts of tension. Breathing in and let the arms float down on the exhale. Bend that left knee quite a lot so that you can bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Let's have a little bit of a release for the legs. So I'm going to have a shake up. Feet and hips are apart. Let's get the knees going. Let's get the hips going. Everything just starts shaking anyway, like a nice jelly. And then let the shoulders go. And let the voice go. Breathing into the nostrils. Shake it up. Let's try that again. Breathing in. And then shaking it all up. The knees, the hips, and the shoulders. Whew. Yes, that's better. Balance. In fact, we're going to do the tree balance today. I mean, just have that sense of grounding and centering. Weight on the left foot, and we turn the right foot, the right knee out, and the right foot sits against either the ankle. Nicely on the calf. You can feel if you're on the calf, it's a lovely feeling of the roundness of the calf being held in the arch of the foot, or you can press against the thigh, inner thigh. And press firmly against the thigh if that's you, and press the thigh back. Knee out to the side, open in the hips. Inhale, lift the arms up, bring the palms together. And we let the hands rest at the heart center. So it's like the heart wants to lift towards the hands, or where the hands are pointing. And the shoulders want to sit back. So we allow the chest, we allow the heart to expand. The same as in the hips here. So everything's open in the front of the body. Back of the neck is long. So we're going to have openness in the back of the neck. Good. So feel yourself growing upwards, but also growing downwards. So from the hips down, maybe even the belly button down, everything is going down into the earth. So we need to make sure that foot is relaxed, the toes can wiggle. So the roots are going down into the earth, keeping us stable and steady. And constantly receiving information from the earth. And as you breathe in and out through your nostrils, just feel that sense of balance, steadiness. And being nurtured by the earth, coming up through the roots. And also receiving the light and warmth of the sun above you and around you. And also a sense, on another level, of all our separate trees connecting up underground through the roots, sending and receiving information, sharing, collaborating. Good. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, lower the arms down. And I'm going to grab that right knee, give it a squeeze, and see if we can let it come down to the earth gently, and then shake the legs. Shake the legs, with the ankles, a little bit of movement there. And then we bring the weight into the right foot, let that land. Knee is bent, steady, ungrip the toes. And just take that knee out to the side, so we're opening the hip, and the foot position on the ankle, on the calf, not on the knee, or on the hip, on the thigh, inner thigh. Pressing against each other, knee out to the side, whichever position your foot's in. Open here. You can always have your hand against a wall for safety, as long as you're not leaning on it, you have it there for security. That's good. Focus your eyes on a still point, breathing in as you lift the arms up, breathing out, bring the hands just in front of the heart and pressing them together evenly. lightly but evenly. Lifting the chest, lots of length here between the heart and the belly button. Shoulders dropping down, back of the neck long. Just feel all these things, these aspects of the body working together harmoniously, ungripping the toes. Dare to let everything move. Breathe, focus your eyes. Feel the roots going down from the sole of the foot. The silver thread at the crown lifting up and connecting you to the universe. Steady, grounded, centered, balanced. Good. On the inhale, lift the arms up. On the exhale, lower the arms down slowly through space. Grab hold of that left knee before it comes down. Give it a squeeze and lower the left leg to the ground. Give everything a little shake, legs, arms. Yeah. Then we stand steady with the feet, hips width apart, parallel. Lift the toes up, just engage with the feet even more and place them down. Lift the heels high off the ground and place them down. Let's try that again. Lift the toes, getting lots of energy and reminding our feet what they can do. And then lift the heels off the ground high and place them down. Just get a bit more of the edges now. So we're going to just lift the inside edge as if you're trying to look underneath and then place them down. And then see if you can lift the outside edges. Maybe that's not so easy. It's almost like the knees come together to do that. And then place them down. So getting a little bit of foot and ankle energy there. So breathing and moving. And slightly balancing. Breathing in, lift the arms up, lift the heels up. Bring the hands together above the head. Turn the palms so they're facing downwards as you exhale, and the hands coming down through space. So we're trying to keep this movement even. So the inhale and the exhale are even. Lift the heels high, push up the toes, reach up the hands to the heavens. Really fill the body with air, and as you exhale through the nostrils, you're bringing the heels down slowly, you're bringing the arms down slowly. We're trying to keep those heels off the ground right to the last moment. You touch the ground, fingertips touch. So we have this circle. We're casting a circle around us, inhaling, hands, fingertips touch, exhaling, the hands turn, and they're going back down to the earth. So there's a little twist in the arms as well as we move in this. So the hands come out to the side, and the hands are rising up. They're going to meet just above your head. As you're reaching up, and we turn the hands as they're coming down. Keep the breath in the nostrils. We're going up one more time. Fingertips touch, one last circle up. Inhale, inspiration, reaching for the heavens. Exhale, softening, releasing, coming back down to earth. A little touch of the fingers there. So we have time for our half sun salute. So we're going to do that now. Breathing and moving. Let's see this as again, another clearing, another way to clear any kind of disturbances in our energy, or maybe we've taken on somebody else's stuff. This is going to have that in mind when we're coming into this. So we're really clearing that out with that breath, that powerful breath. Energizing, clearing breath. Breathing in, breathing out, pointing down to the ground. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, fingertips touch the ground. Strong belly here, looking down at the ground. Inhale, look up to the ceiling. Open the chest, shoulders down, so long neck. Exhale, forward bend, straight legs. Bend the knees a lot. Inhale. Yeah, inspiration, filling the body up. Brand new energy in. Exhaling, emptying out. Inhale, reach up, look up, hands come together. Exhale, lead with the chest, bend the knees, fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, look forwards, upwards, open the chest. Exhale, forward bend. A little bit more speed now, bending in the knees, pushing up from the ground. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lead with the chest, bend the knees, touch the ground. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, forward bend, straight legs, bend the knees now. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, arms come down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lead with the chest, bend the knees, touch the ground. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward bend. Bend the knees a lot. Push up from the ground, look up, reach up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, forward bend. Touch the ground. Inhale, look up. Open the chest. Exhale, forward bend, looking at the ground. Bend the knees a lot. Push up. Use the strength in the legs. Reach up. Inspiration. Exhale. Slow one to end. Inhale. Yeah, luxuriate in the breath and the movement of the body. As the hands come down, the knees bend. Lead with the chest long here in the body, strong belly. Touch the ground. Inhale, look up. Straight back, arms and legs. Exhale, forward bend. Breathe out, lengthen those backs of the thighs. Now bend the knees quite a lot. Look up, push up through the strong legs, reach up to the heavens, and exhaling through the nostril, coming to the end. Beautiful. Bring the hands together. Anjali Tadasana, the mountain. So feel the length in the body. We've already had a sense of that centering and the grounding. And this is just on another level, if you like. The mountain, even older than the trees. So we close the eyes, we press the hands together evenly, we drop the shoulders, we lift the chest, we feel the length in the front of the body, we feel the position of the pelvis, tilt in the pelvis slightly, so the tail goes down, the abdominals engage, the thighs engage, feet are soft, the back of the neck is getting longer, the crown is getting taller, the soles of the feet, you can feel the arches in the soles of the feet, but you can feel the roots going down. And with the eyes closed, we're feeling a sense of stillness and clarity of the mountain. And also, once we clear the energy, we want to also have a sense of protection. So we have a sense of that mountain Tadasana, that balanced, steady symbol, posture. We emulate that through our body. Have a sense of, that's all I need to protect myself, a sense of myself as mountain. We don't need to put a big shield up. We just hold our center, our breath. Good. Let me open the eyes, drop the hands down. We're going to we'll do one more balance actually before we come down to the ground. I think this is just follows on beautifully. So we're going to do the heron balance. This is again developing a bit of poise and grace. Again, the fingertips are just touching. It's a nice sense of connection with ourselves. We feel like almost a little bit of electricity there, which we've developed. So we bring the weight into the left foot. The right foot is off the ground slightly. Just got the toes there. And the inhale begins. Lifting the right knee, lifting the fingertips to the ceiling. Turn the hands. And the knee comes down, or the leg comes down, and the hands come down. So we've already done a little bit of this, but now we're bringing some balance into this, or a bit more balance. Lifting the left knee, lifting the fingertips to the ceiling. On the inhale and the exhale, that leg is coming down, the arms are coming down. So also notice that twist in the arms. So the palms are going up, the knee is going up, we're reaching up, and the arms are coming down, the palms are coming down, the right foot is coming down. Fingertips touch, we shift the weight. So it's continual movement. There's no kind of lift that I lift one leg, I stop, I lift the other one. It's continual flow. I'm shifting my weight. I'm feeling that left foot driving into the ground, the right knee lifting up, and then breathing out, shifting the weight, fingertips touch, lifting. So very in sync, very coordinated. And it's really coordinating with our breath. So whatever you're doing, whatever speed you're doing it, it's the pace that's important. It's steady, even, flowing. Let's do one more either side. So really following the length of the breath, in and out. And wherever you are, we'll try and do an even amount either side. So let's make this the last one anyway. Okay. We'll just shake everything out a little bit, bring it all up. And we're going to come down to the ground. So coming to the front of the mat, we're going to come in slow squat. So standing nice and tall. We bring the hands forwards in front of us. So we're trying to reach something, but we also bring the shoulders back. So a sense of lifting here in the chest rather than hunching. Back of the neck nice and long. Inhale. As you exhale, the fingers reach forward and the bottom goes back. So you get this sense again of this elastic. So we're holding that tension. You feel the abdominals engaged and supporting that action. Shoulders are still down away from the ears as well. We're not hunched here. So we have to really keep and hold that together whilst we breathe continually. So go through that really tricky part, but keep breathing to fuel that. And then we catch ourselves, and it feels good just to stop. Send the legs out in front, bounce the knees up and down. We're back on the ground. Give the legs a nice rub. Legs. Nice and lively legs. I hope the legs are nice and lively. Should be. All that moving. Take the fleshy part back. Forward bend. Sides of the legs are brought together. The toes are pointing up to the ceiling. Let's inhale and reach up. So really feel that the fingertips and the base of the spine are moving away from each other. I'm looking up at the fingers, backs of the hands. Inhale, lift and open the chest. And as you exhale, lead with that lovely open chest. Lead with the heart. Heart's coming towards the toes. The hands are just moving through space. They're not leading the movement at all. The chest, the heart is leading. Come away from the legs a little bit, breathing in. And breathing out. The hands can be on the legs or they can be on the ground, whichever you prefer. Breathe, lengthen the spine. Exhale, coming forwards. So we're making space. That's all we're doing. Breathing in. Making space, lengthening the spine, breathing out, softening, taking the chest forwards. And just keep that rolling movement. I think this moving with this forward bend really encourages us to create more space in the body and not get too obsessed by how far forward we can go in a forward bend. It's easy to get kind of hooked on that kind of goal, if you like. And then we just let ourselves rest a little bit. Breathing in and out through the nostrils, softening into the pose. And even if it doesn't feel very soft, if it feels quite tense, just move away from that edge a little bit back as you inhale. And then see if you can move towards that edge on the exhale without pushing through it. We don't need to push through anything. The edge will naturally soften. The resistance will naturally soften if we meet it. And it's more likely to soften if we meet it with kindness, with interest, with curiosity, rather than force. So now we inhale and reach up, and exhale, lower the arms down. Every way we approach our yoga practice will be the same way for how we approach our life in general. So let's put the feet on the ground, and we're going to come up into a tabletop position. So inhale, lift the hips off the ground, lift and open the chest, keep breathing. Let's take another breath. And lower down. Slide the legs away, bouncing up and down again. Stand the fingers towards the toes, and very slowly as you can, slowly as you dare, lower the body down. Again, this is a sense of holding this tension between the fingertips and the toes, and we're just slowly, like in slow motion, letting that elastic expand between them. But we're holding that whilst we breathe. In and out through the nostrils and rolling down, and then we just let the elastic go. So there's no more holding the elastic. It's just like, let go. It's like letting go of the skipping rope, let it just drop. Inhale through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Just let it go. Totally let it go. Breathing in through the nostrils, over the mouth. Let's just release the back. So hug the knees again. Have a little rock. Kind of roll side to side. Place the soles of the feet on the ground. Just a nice simple little breathing and moving practice. The soles of the feet are just as comfortable. We're in a semi-supine. That's an easier way to describe it. So you don't have to have the feet right up by the buttocks. They can be a little bit away. I'm just going to let the hands rest on the belly or the hips, just around this area where they feel comfortable. The palms, back of the neck nice and long. And on the inhale, we lift the arms up. But they're not even going to straighten out. They're just going to be nice and relaxed. Inhale. So this is opening the chest slightly. You feel the chest open as you inhale. And the exhale, we're just bringing them through space. So it's a very soft movement. Exhaling, bringing them back to the body. Close the eyes and continue. Inhaling. And the arms are quite soft, but they're going to reach the ground. So the elbows are bent, so it makes that much easier. There's more space for the shoulders, and exhaling, bringing them back to the body. So you don't need to be able to have the eyes open to You don't need to see anything to do this. You can feel this. And I encourage you to close your eyes so that you can have that much more interior experience, experiencing yourself, your body, your breath, from your own space, from the interior, rather than kind of projecting or imagining. You know, when your eyes are open, you kind of tend to be a little bit more exterior to yourself and have more of a concern about an outward appearance, perhaps, an outward experience, whereas we close the eyes and we have this interior world, this inner world, which we have limitless space for ourselves. And we also have a sense maybe of our expanding beyond our usual, expanding beyond where we feel we're limited, maybe expanding beyond the body. We have a sense of that expansion, breathing in, opening the chest and breathing out. This time just let the hands rest on the body. Let the hands rest, and just you can let the knees fall together here. You might want to change the position of the hands. Maybe they need to go somewhere else. Maybe they want to go to the heart. I definitely feel one of my hands wants to go to the heart, and it doesn't matter which hand, you know, you choose the hand that wants to go where it wants to go. Belly. Could be that you want to put your hands on your eyes, or just rest one on the upper chest, or just touching or holding the throat area. You know, where, talking about clearing and shielding our energy, where in the body does that feel like you need that clearing, that support, that acknowledgement of yourself? Keeping your eyes closed. And if you feel like you want to just let your legs extend out, just let them slide away. Let your hands rest on your body in a nice, easy, effortless way. We're going to just lie still now for a couple of minutes. So if you're feeling a bit cold, you can just cover yourself or put socks on. Generally, being still. And just let the breath be soft and easy, coming in and out through the nostrils. Breath coming in and breath going out. There is nothing to do. If you find your mind is wandering and looking for something to do, looking for something to hook onto, looking to be captured by some worry or some planning, some ruminating habit, then we'll just remind ourselves there's nothing to do here. The breath's taken care of. Everything's taken care of. We just need to be present to ourselves, to the ground beneath us, to our body, to the movement of the breath in the body. Simple, easy. Allow yourself to relax. So we come to the end of our practice for today. I hope you have enjoyed the energy. I hope you're feeling a little clearer. I hope you're feeling the flow of your energy a little clearer. So we just gradually, in your own time, without any hurry, just moving from the ground back to seated. You can do this all with your eyes closed, just feeling slowly coming back to seated. And having a sense of your body and the space around you, and then opening your eyes when you're ready, letting the light in, kind of re-establishing yourself where you are, in your home, all the familiar objects around you. And then we rub the palms together to clear and close our practice. So when there's heat and there's energy there, you'll know when that's there, and you bring that to the heart center. Close your eyes. And bring into this space your intention, your sankappa. What is it you want? What is it you're reaching for, yearning for? Create a sentence. That helps you to manifest and to move towards your deepest desires. Say that to yourself. Take it deep into your heart. And just feel the energy of that being supported by the whole universe. Namaste. Thank you for your practice today. And may you be well, may you be happy, may you be free from suffering, may you be liberated.